What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode number 4. We are on episode 4 already. Wow, 4 of the McTako podcast. I also have Tako with me, as always. How's it going?
Oh, hi. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing great.
How was your holiday?
Christmas was really good.
Nice.
We had the fireplace guy come out and clean the chimney. Ooh. And then after that,
a present for the whole family.
It was great because then after that, it was just like, all right, get a cord of wood and start ripping firewood. And that's so
Are
that
you
was
burning
something.
Now?
Yep, we burn. Well, on these super cold days, definitely. Like today was like 15 or 18 degrees or something. It was cold.
Yeah. Well, we've got like close to 7 inches of snow coming tonight.
Yikes.
I don't think we'll get 7. I think we're going to get like 3.
3 is still...
But 3 is still covering everything and
it feels like
chaotic.
7. Yes.
And we might play disc golf in it tomorrow.
Yeah. I will remember to wear plastic bags on my feet.
I've got snow boots that I wear that are pretty good. And
so
Cortez socks.
I have terrible snow boots. They're like super uncomfortable. I'm like, no. But I'll figure it out.
Steel-toed military boots.
I will wear those. Those will be with plastic bags inside my shoes.
Yes, awesome.
But yeah, the holiday was good.
Oh, good. That's fantastic. So as you guys can tell, we're in a new location. We've made our way halfway across the room now, I'd say. We were over there. Were we over? Yeah, we were in front of the EMAC Truth Wall for episode 1, and then in front of the backup frisbees for episode 2 and 3, and moved over here. And this is a special corner of the basement for me. I've got obviously the Stormtrooper helmets, which is sick.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, your daughter wearing them, saying "We will destroy the world" is one of my favorite things ever.
And she was like 5, so tiny human body.
Oh, I might have that clip, and I'll try to put it in here if I have it. I'll try. I'll see if I have it. I may not have it though anymore, but we'll see.
We are going to destroy the world.
But the baskets, the one behind Tako is my world championship trophy basket that we used to use for hole 16 at. Back then it was hole 18 though at the Emporia Country Club, the Island hole.
Oh, nice.
We used to use it for that basket there. So yeah, and it's just chills down here now. It's full of putters, as you can tell probably. And then the other basket is Paige Pierce's World Championship basket from, I want to say, 2014 maybe? 12?
Where was the location?
I want to say that this one was Pittsburgh. Because I went out there. No, it wasn't Pittsburgh. It was Augusta. It was or Georgia, wherever it was in Georgia. I remember that because I flew out there just to caddy for Paige, and I caddied for her the whole time.
Nice.
And I actually made a joke to her before before it started. DGA posted a picture of that basket and said, "Hey, look, do you want me to send them my address to send this to?" Jokingly, and she ended up sending it to me.
And there it is, staring you at the face, right behind you.
Pretty freaking cool.
Staring you
and
in the
then,
back of the head.
right
in the face.
In your face. And then the shirts, I don't know, you can probably only see like the bottom half of the 3 jerseys that I have hanging up here. The one on the far side is Casey DeSmith from the Pittsburgh Penguins, who is a Team DD member that I had hit him up about sending me a signed jersey, and he did. He sent it to me, and I'm stoked on it. It's hanging up right there. The one in the middle is actually the t-shirt that I wore, polo that I wore my last round of Worlds.
Yeah.
So I kept it and have it hung up there. And then the other one is a Team Finland hockey jersey. And during the toonie, the last time I went up for the toonie, they called me up on stage. And obviously toonie's in like July and my birthday's in February. I had to think about that. That's harsh.
I was like, do you want me to?
I could nail when the toonie was, but I had to think about when my birthday was.
Right,
But anyway, it was my first Masters event, I believe, and they called me up on stage and sang me happy birthday during the player meeting and gave me that jersey with my name on the back of it. It says McCabe on the back. So
yeah, that's awesome.
I wore the crap out of that thing all that whole week. I remember wearing it the rest of that night, and then wore it during the block party, the Fly Mart event as well, which was really cool. So
nice.
That's kind of the little corner of mine, and you guys can't tell, but below is a bunch of bags, bunch of Ranger bags that I've carried over the years, or sample EMAC bags, stuff like that. So
they're super rad. I know that no one can see these right now but me and you, but oh my gosh.
They're there, though. They are there.
5-finger discount might be happening.
If they disappear, I'll know.
I'll make the resolution next year.
I mean, we play a lot of golf together, so
Yeah.
I think I will see it if you do. But whatever. It's all good. But yeah, for the holiday season right now, today is actually New Year's Eve, and I think this video will probably drop first or second is what I'm guessing. And Christmas was great for us. Denise and I went down to see my family in Texas. It had been a while since we'd been down there, and it was great.
Whereabouts in
Dallas area, just north of Dallas, Corinth, Denton area.
Okay.
On the way down, we stopped at Durant, Oklahoma, at the lake course that I designed, and did a little tweaking on a couple holes there that needed it. Met Steve-O, actually came up and met, and then we had lunch with Steve-O, and that was fantastic. Always a good time when you get to see Steve-O.
Great dude, yeah.
And then, had quality Christmas dinner and open presents and had so much fun doing all that. And then, Denise and I were planning on coming back on Saturday instead of Sunday, but we looked at the forecast and it was going to be 70 degrees. And we're like, we got to go play, right?
I would not have left either.
Yeah. So we almost stuck around another day because it was going to be 70 that next day too. But we decided, we got to get home. But
so where'd you play?
We ended up going to Town Lake.
Nice.
Which is one of our staple events that we go to. Actually, before I get to that, before Christmas, the day before, I think it was Christmas Eve, we went down to Cedar Hill and met up with our boy Lamoureux and got around in on the Coyote course with him, which was always a great time playing with Lamoureux. He's so much fun. And, we talked about course design and team stuff. And, Lamoureux's been around for many, many, many years.
Yep.
So, and I'm not saying you're old, Lamoureux, but you're old.
He's saying that. I'm verifying that.
He'll always be older than I am.
This is true.
So, but whatever. That's beside the point.
That's awesome. Well, you got a couple rounds.
Yeah,
out there.
and that Cedar Hill was fun. It's always a great time. We played a lot of golf that day, and we don't get down there very often because it is about an hour drive from my folks' house down there. So, it's driving through Dallas is never fun. But we loaded the truck up with the dogs and headed down and played with Lamoureux, and then the Saturday after Christmas we played with Brody Smith over at Town Lake, and
nice.
It wasn't my first time watching him play because I watched him play at the DD Open.
Oh, okay.
When he came up, and I think there was a couple other events I've watched him at, but it was my first time actually playing with him, and it was fun. It was a great experience.
Nice.
We got to talk, and he's got a lot of great ideas for the sport, and I'm excited to see his route. How well he plays this year, because I'll tell you what, guys, he has a lot of haters. I know he's got a lot of haters because I read a lot of his haters, and man, I'll tell you what, he started playing, didn't have his first sanctioned round until I don't even know when, but he didn't even start playing.
It was like March, I think.
Yeah, he didn't even start playing disc golf until January. Sure, he's been in the sport as far as like he's played casual rounds here and there and throwing a frisbee most of his life, but it's a different mindset playing disc golf than it is going out and just throwing a frisbee around doing ultimate or trick shots or anything like that. So it's a whole nother animal. And I know for about a year he was trying to become a professional golfer, and that will help just with the mentality part of it.
For sure.
So there's that side of it. But, he does have a lot of haters, and I personally, I think he's solid. I think he's going to do very, very well this year. He made it to 999 in his first year playing disc golf.
That's getting good fast.
And got a W at Lake Durant, the course I was talking about earlier. He got a W down there.
He have a few wins?
He's got one win. That's his only win.
Okay.
Well, maybe not. He might have another win now. That could be, but his first one was against some really solid players like Coda Hatfield.
Yep.
Who else was down there? Bo Tillman was down there.
Yeah.
There was a couple others that are.
Is it Mason Ford?
Mason Ford, I think, was there. Jonathan Nicholson was there.
Yeah, all solid players,
solid,
especially in the Texas area. And
exactly.
For Brody, I look at it this way: the guy's taking it for real because, first of all, it's super challenging to get that high of a rating the first year you play and basically pick up everything that you need to know and learn within that first year. Exactly. And not only that, I saw him post the other day. I follow him. I mean, the guy's, why not? You know, he's doing a lot for the sport. Let's see what else, you know, he's doing. And he made a post recently. And he was like, yeah, I apologize if you're not going to see me that much on YouTube because I'm focused, man. I'm trying to be good. So this dude is like legitimately trying to be a world champion, I think.
Yeah, he's trying to be the best in the world.
Yep.
Like, he wants to be the best in the world. I saw him, you know, he's always, he does have a lot of controversial posts, I guess you would say. Not trying to stir the pot, but like hot topics.
He's got that big
right?
old
hot
wooden
topic?
spoon.
Is that what I'm trying to say?
Stirring the pot.
Not hot topics. What am I trying to think? What's the word that they use?
I have no idea.
Oh, man.
Hot topic, what?
Yeah. Whatever.
Oh, racy? I don't know.
No, yeah, it's just like to get people to talk, basically, and have a conversation.
Talking points?
Yeah, talking point. No, they call it something. Hot takes. There you go. Oh. We do that on Disc Golf Answer Man. I can't believe I couldn't remember hot takes, but that's what he has a lot of hot takes that he talks about and asks questions. He does a lot of his social media through Twitter. So if you guys want to go see Brody, make sure you follow Brody on Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's worth it.
Another account that I do not have currently.
Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah, Twitter's fun, dude. I you know, it's funny. I have like a bunch of different social media platforms, obviously, but Twitter is like my, you know, I post disc golf stuff on there all the time as well, but it's also my, like, where I post about sports.
Is it like a go-to though? Teams. Like, okay, so we all, like, first app you open, when you open your phone, you're like,
in the morning. What's the first app you open in the morning? When you wake up.
During which day of the week?
When you wake up.
Because I would say that calendar app gets opened.
Yeah, that's probably accurate.
Just to see like what's happening. But then after that.
Yeah, your first social media.
If I'm not opening
emails
an email,
don't count.
Okay. First social
calendars
media.
Calendars don't count.
First social media is probably Facebook.
Okay.
For me. And then second is Instagram, because those are the two I have. Snapchat's super low on the list.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I forget about it.
Yeah, I don't really, you know, for me it's tough because a lot of the social media, like I don't like usually get information from there. I watch it. Well, it is because it's like entertainment and information at the same time. If that
entertainment, yeah, for sure.
It's just like so that's like kind of what I'm watching. All my disc golf information I get off of those platforms. Mm-hmm. You know, so
interesting.
So that's me, but I never got into Twitter. And I haven't really got into TikTok. Like my kids watch TikTok before I did. And I'm like, what? It's not that bad. And I'm watching some of these videos. I was like, nope, that's going to get censored immediately.
You're not going to watch this anymore.
So, but after that, you know, I had it a little bit for, you know, when we were doing the team stuff to try to get some guys to post on some Twitter stuff. Well, obviously, you get, you know, 5 million views for throwing a fake Frisbee off of a cliff. Oh, my gosh. TikTok, imagine what these guys do for banging a sick putt or
TikTok
doing a bazooka
definitely
shot.
is a rabbit hole you can go down and just scroll for hours when you're bored. Trust me, I've done it.
YouTube's not a really a platform, but that's an app that I go to.
Sure,
for
I'd consider that a
things.
social media platform or app.
Yeah, because I mean, I guess it's other people's things that they're posting. Or content that other people have that they're posting.
Absolutely.
So so that's one that's probably up there. But I would say I'd rotate between those.
So
three.
Facebook is probably your go-to in the morning.
So the first one, because I feel like I have a lot of the groups on there that I follow, and I'm sure that you have these groups that you could follow.
Sure.
Like, you know, if you look at Instagram, it's probably hashtags and you know, the different people
you can
that
follow
you
hashtags and follow people and all that. But for me, it used to be Facebook for sure. It used to be you wake up, check Facebook, see what's going on in the Facebook world. Now, not so much. I mean, I enjoy Facebook because I enjoy staying connected with people and fans and all that, but Instagram is my go-to. I don't know. I think it's just because I love posting pictures, and
you're good at it too.
And just I thoroughly enjoy it. So that's what I like to go see what everybody else is posting about and all that. And speaking of Instagram, a couple guys that were trying to get an EMAC Ace. We're trying to get an EMAC Ace, and I made a video saying, hey, whoever hits it first gets this beautiful Fusion X black ghost stamp EMAC.
Yep.
And over the weekend, Disc Golf Bra hit it. hit that ace, dude. And he was so stoked. I was so happy for him. It was pretty cool. So I got that in the mail yesterday for him. So that's pretty cool.
If you've watched all those throws I've watched, I feel like a lot of them because I follow Eric.
Yeah. Well, I share anything.
Yep.
If you tag me in something and it's like a DD disc or especially an EMAC disc, I will share it on my story.
Yourself.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. Every time. Like even with me, like if I tag you, you're definitely gonna do it. But anyways, once it left this dude's hand, I was like,
all day.
I didn't even have to read the captions. Like, finally, this dude hit that line. Everybody knew the line. You watch it for 5 months, you knew the line.
Yeah.
And dude, he threw it, and I was like, that's the line. And it's smashed dead center. Actually, I had my wife. I was like, babe, come check this out because we've been watching it together.
Yep.
So disc golf, bro. Good job.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, great job on the ace. Super stoked to see another tag of when
and it's
that disc
awesome.
gets out there.
It's so awesome to see all the different content that's out there. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I mean, for instance, there's this company, Midwest Dye Labs. I think they're out of Wisconsin, and he always posts cool dyes, right? And I always like them because he either tags me in them or he hashtags dynamic discs, and I follow that hashtag and see it. And I'll like or comment and share and all that good stuff. And he hit me up and wanted to send me one. And sorry, audio listeners, but you can't see this bad boy, but that's it right there. I don't even know if that camera's going to pick that up very well. Probably not, but it's beautiful. I've never really seen one like this before. It's like it reminds me of the 80s.
That thing's so sick. It's like NFOST, right?
Yeah,
not for sale or
not
trade,
for sale or
because
trade.
that thing is so legit.
It's beautiful.
I mean, it looks like when it came out of the factory, you're like, this is what it should be.
Yes, exactly.
It's
'80s,
unique.
dude. It's got that like hot pink with black and it's absolutely beautiful.
Digging it.
Shout out to Midwest Dye Labs for hooking me up with that frisbee. And speaking of hooking up with frisbees, we have a giveaway to do. We have a giveaway that we wanted to get to do here, and it is a Chameleon EMAC with what did we decide? 4 stamps. Like
there's the 4 stamps on it.
A couple black stamps, purple stamp, and then a white stamp. There might even be another one in there.
I think I see
too,
5. There's 3 black, a purple, and a white.
Yep, there is 5. Yep. So you guys remember this, obviously. And the winner we picked from the comment section was Mr. Joshua Fritz for going deep into the archives and finding the Dave Cortez clip.
Dan
from
Cortez.
Dan. Why do Dave Cortez? Maybe I'm thinking
Dave Matthews.
Dave
we got it in the
Matthews
80s and 90s, and
Cortez,
then all of a sudden,
who's the other Cortez?
oh my gosh,
what's his name?
It's like I feel like that's like a Smith last name.
Cortez. Well, it's like who am I thinking of?
I have no idea. I don't know if I know another Cortez that rolls like Dan Cortez.
I'm Dan Cortez.
Yeah,
Either way,
that's like
Joshua,
what he
this is
sounds
yours. Hit me
Great
up
job.
on I don't know, Instagram or Instagram or Facebook usually works the best for sending me a DM because I'll receive it. Even if you're not a friend of mine, I can still get those. Instagram, you got to like go into your archives and do all this crazy stuff.
How many like requests you got sitting in that archive?
There's a few. I'm sure there's a few. I check them every now and then, but it's tough, dude. It really is.
So Eric is definitely involved on Instagram.
Yeah.
At a higher rate than Facebook, but
love Instagram.
In order to get a hold of him for free gifts, you must go to Facebook Messenger.
That's true.
You can weed it out because there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Dude, I guarantee you if I was to look at his phone, my eyes would like hurt from how many numbers.
Notifications are completely off.
He got these special requests. Like
completely off on my phone. Like I don't get notifications. I have to turn my phone on and turn the app on in order to get these notifications.
That's never going away there.
And I'm okay with it because I love each and every one of you guys and gals out there for all the support over the years. It's been phenomenal. So
you are so good though at reaching back out to people and letting them know what's up. I think that's a good human thing to do.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, a lot of pros are like that too nowadays.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's tough because obviously I don't have the fandom as like a Paul McBeth or any of these new guys that are out on the road touring. Yeah. But I mean, you still see those guys sharing stuff all the time, so it's good to know that they're out there doing that kind of stuff. But that kind of brings me to my next point of pros. Most enjoyable pros to play with. Oh. Who would you say? And you've played with a lot of pros because you were once the team manager. So you went out on the road, and I'm sure you got casual rounds in, or when you lived in California. I mean, you've played with these guys and gals. So who is like a couple? Name 2 or 3 of your most enjoyable players to play with.
So, I'm going to be biased here. You are one of my most enjoyable players to play with, definitely. And I'm super fortunate to be here to be able to have that experience. Unfortunately for you, I'm not as good or better than you.
No.
So I'm never going to make you better, per se.
I wouldn't say that.
I'm not never gonna never.
Not never, ever, ever.
So
lever.
There may be some gems that I throw out there for Eric, but other than that, you are definitely somebody that should be on the top of most people's lists, because it's like, there's people that you play with that get frustrated, man. Even during casual rounds, it's like, dude, this is not. Don't throw 50 shots off the tee. The guys that do that, I get it, but I don't get it at the same time, because I feel like.
It's one thing if you're practicing for a tournament, right?
Yeah, I don't even really get that though, too, because I've been out there plenty of times where, and I get 1 or 2 holes you do that.
Yeah, if you're trying to learn a hole, or if you only have 1 practice round on a course before a tournament, those kind of situations,
Yeah, I believe that from just like your mental research, right, that you go through and you see a hole, you should be like, I've played this hole before. Yeah. It's on this course, this course, this course. It's this disc, this distance, easy. I don't need to practice this shot. I'll practice the green probably. Yeah. But I don't need to practice this tee shot. Anyways, I think Barsby, I love playing with Greg. He's I think when you see electrifying players and you get a chance to just like play and watch them play, like that's what's really enjoyable. And if they're super chill about it, like, oh man, I just got super lucky, or yes, that was dope, or like just being cocky about the shot at the right time. Yep. Not being cocky about it every time. I don't like it when people throw 6 shots where you're inside the circle and they complain. And there's people out there that do that.
Yeah, there is.
But
drop some names. Let's hear some names that are people that you enjoy playing with.
So
that's what I want to hear.
My bad. So Barsby's great. You're on that list. I had a chance to play with Double G. He was super fun to play with, and that dude throws a mile. More like than that. It's not human. Yeah. Right.
It's ridiculous how far that guy throws.
And Double G is super fun to play. Actually, same card, same event. James Conrad was there. That was cool.
Nice. I like James.
Yeah, and he's just like a super. I think
he's just chill.
Yeah, when people give off like vibes when you're out there, especially in a competitive round, like those guys, like they have a really good way of just staying calm, no matter what's happening. Yeah. And I think that makes that experience helpful. Yeah. So those are, I would say, like on the top of my list. And
those are 3 pretty solid names.
Yeah, I mean, I really do. I think if you go back, you're like, hey, man, I wish I could get a round in with that person. I really am happy with and fortunate with the rounds. I played around with Yuli. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy Yuli's time. My mom was there, so he was probably avoiding me like the plague, because that was my first tournament my mom went to. Nice. And she's like on her phone. Like, I'm like, oh, my gosh, dude, get off your phone. What's going on here? Yeah. This is like, it was at Waco.
Oh, okay.
And Yuli crushed it, and he shot like a 12 or 13 down the first round. Yeah. So he was on lockdown mode. He was really fun to watch, I would say. That is for sure.
Nice.
But
nice.
Yeah,
all quality names.
Yeah, let's hear you. I'm sure your list is.
Man, my list is crazy. Because obviously I've played for many years, and I've played with, majority of the players.
Yeah.
I haven't played with a lot of the new players that are out there. Like, I've played like casual rounds with a lot of them, but not like tournament rounds, because I haven't played a lot of tournaments here lately. But one guy that comes to mind that I always enjoy, not just playing rounds of golf with, but just being around in general, is Steve Rico. Stevie, my boy Stevie. Like,
shout out Stevie.
Yeah, anytime I'm in the area with him, I'll hit him up. Tomorrow's his birthday, New Year's Day. Oh, I always remember Stevie's birthdays on New Year's Day. Yeah, he's just class act kind of guy, and it was at the Beaver State Fling one year, and we were kind of going back and forth. He was in first and I was in second, and then he kind of pulled away a little bit, and it was cool just to see the encouraging remarks that he would make to me, like making putts, or if you throw one off the fairway, he's trying to encourage you, like, come on, dude, we can do this, let's do it, and like from that tournament on, it's just been like, man, yeah, you're good people.
He gets it, dude. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, and then Another guy that is just a class act all around is Jonathan Baldwin, JB. My boy JB from Santa Cruz, California. Just, there's two Cali dudes, so that must tell you something about playing golf with Cali dudes. But JB, I spent a lot of time with JB 2011 through 2012 or something like that. We traveled together for a little bit. I think it was in 2011, maybe 2012. Me, him, and Shasta Chris, another quality individual that I enjoy playing with.
Love me some Shasta.
But we all were in the green element, traveling around the country together for a few events, and we stayed at his mom's house in Rochester, New York.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, just an all-around great guy. And I mean, those three names right there are obviously some good quality names.
Yes.
And I mean, the list goes on, to be honest with you. Like Barsby is another one that I've always enjoyed playing with. I've been playing with Barsby since 2008.
Oh my gosh.
Double G, the same. Been
Yeah.
playing with him since probably before 2008. Yeah, just so many people. I think the list could be shorter of players I don't like to play with.
Yeah.
But that's another topic, and we're not going to
Stay
discuss
away
that
from
right
that
now.
right
That's
now.
for dang sure.
Stay
You know,
away.
I'm not trying to call people out right now, but
I'm not afraid. I will throw. I've been known to throw people underneath all four wheels of the bus.
all four of
It's
them.
not just like one or a corner of one, but you're getting hit by all
maybe
four.
maybe episode 5 we'll go into
Start roast mode.
who we hate.
I don't know about hate.
I know. Hate to play with. Dislike playing with. Would rather not play with.
Yeah, my preference would be
But
to avoid those situations. But
yeah.
yes, totally.
Yeah, and especially, you know, for players that, and it depends on what kind of mindset that player is in. Maybe they're playing some bad golf right now, and it just makes things a little bit harder, which kind of, you know, is another thing. So let's say you're playing and you're in a funk.
Oh.
You're in kind of a funk, and just like putts aren't falling, drives aren't accurate, you're not placing well, you're just not having fun.
Yeah.
What are a couple things that you do, like maybe mentally or even physically, to get yourself through those funks?
Man, that is such a good question, because I think it changes for everyone and the funk that you're in. Like now,
that's true.
Right now, I kind of have like a sidearm funk and a putting funk, but because I've been working so much on like coming straight through my power pocket, through my chest area on my drives, like that's where my thinking is going. So I have to like accept those funks for what they are. I'm not able to put extra time and effort into those other areas, and it shows, you know.
Sure.
Especially since when I play, you know, when we go out, that's like my practice and my play.
Yeah.
So that's not really putting in time and effort. So
No,
like
it's
me now in my game, it's like just kind of realize that you're going to suck for a certain amount of time. And remember that like you made a commitment to go out and do this for X amount of time, whether it be a tournament, whether it be a round, or whether it be just practice, right? You're making a commitment. You're choosing. So go out there and just like enjoy it. So I try to enjoy it. There's times when I'm going to get frustrated. I'm going to show it for sure.
Yeah. I mean, that's everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can go out, there's only one person that can go out there and play like garbage and still look like they're having a dang good time, and that's Michael Johansson. That's the only
Dude,
person I know.
His
at
garbage
the
is
top
like
level.
so good, but
His
like
garbage
for
is
him,
good.
it's probably like, I hate this.
His garbage is
or I guess not.
fantastic,
He doesn't.
but
He's
you
so
wouldn't
good.
know that he's playing bad.
Oh my God. Yeah. No, like it's so in my Michael Johansson, when it comes to no, a lot of times I give myself like basically 30 seconds, like the amount of time that you need to throw. That's how much time I give myself after I do something stupid or idiotic. And a lot of
Which
times
happens.
it happens with me
More
frequently.
often than you want.
Yes.
Yeah. For
Excuse me.
everybody. For everybody.
Yeah, for sure. So it's like when I deal with it, I just try to like breathe through it and just like, you know, not think about sucking and just be like, I know I've done this before. I think you come back to the visualize, materialize, see it happen.
Ooh, that's
before you
fantastic.
do it.
I like that.
I love that.
I like
think
that.
I got it from The Secret or some shit like that.
I
The
like
movie.
that.
I'm not trying to copyright nothing, but yeah, visualize, materialize. So like, see what you want to do, how you do it, and when I catch myself doing that, man, my game gets so much because all I'm doing is like, oh, I already did that because I saw myself do it. I think Germ talks about. When he putts, he does that. Like he stands like a foot or so behind or pace or so behind his putt, visualizes it going in. So that way when he steps up to the shorter putt, he jams it.
Yeah. Kind of like the water boy.
Yes.
Visualize and then attack.
Visualize an attack, just like the water boy. Eric,
it's like
how
a
have you?
carousel.
Yeah.
Block out the energy.
Oh my
How does
gosh.
he say it? It's like a carousel. It's circular.
Circular. I can't remember. I don't know what I should move.
That's Kevin Nealon. That's Kevin Nealon. That's my
gosh.
man from Happy Gilmore.
Eric, how does a world champion deal with
Oh my
funks?
gosh. Funk is always going to be around. You know, no matter how much you don't want it to be. You know, any player out there, I guarantee you, if there's a player out there that had a great round, they had a fantastic round, they come off the course, I guarantee you, each one of those touring pros can tell you it could have been better.
How many? I left two or three out there.
This many out there,
Yeah.
you know, and that's kind of the mindset some people have to have in those rounds. You know what I mean? For me, when I'm trying to get out of a funk, when I try to get out of funks on the road, would be, you know, just honestly remembering why I'm there. And the fact that how fortunate I am to be able to play disc golf for a living, or how fortunate I was to be able to play disc golf for a living. And just, I mean, we're in parks and hanging out in trees and forests and throwing Frisbees at things. And it's just, you know, sometimes you lose that and forget why we're out there. And I know that sounds really deep and all that, but that's
such is life.
That's really all it's about, man, is having a great
Yeah.
time and remembering why you're doing it first and foremost. And honestly, when I had bad rounds, I would lay in bed at night during rounds and think, okay, had I just done this, this, and this, I would have been happy with that round, whether that's missed a couple approaches on a few holes, or my drives are off a little bit, my disc selection, my putting, whatever it is, I focus on that at night, and then the next day or the next practice day, I will focus on whatever made me feel like I didn't play so well at the event. So if my putting was off, if I go back after the event and think, wow, I missed some putts that I should have made, I'll spend some time at the putting green. If I feel my drives were off, I'll spend some time at the field throwing shots, up shots, approaches, you know, whatever it is. There's always something you can pinpoint, and going out and putting that extra effort into it, it definitely helps. You'd be so surprised at how much it helps putting in a little bit of effort, not just going to the course and throwing rounds of golf.
Yeah. I have a question. So, like, you got me thinking, while you're in, let's say, in the funk, and you're like, okay, so here's these areas that I noticed that I need to work on, right? Mm-hmm. If those areas are minimal compared to where you were successful, do you think that certain players, or have you even focused on the areas in which you're like, you know what, my fairway drives are on point? You know, I look at it like this, the 8-iron, right? How do you get to your 8-iron? Like, your 8-iron for you is that EMAC truth.
Yeah.
So whatever you can do to get to that disc and throw that. So you know that there's, I mean, do you think that it's necessary to work more on what you're already killing? Right? Does that make sense? So that way, like, the negative, or I guess, is it a negative thought to say, I so to speak, failed in these areas, right?
Sure.
Or do you go positive and say, you know what, I was throwing my EMAC really well, just trust that, and the rest should fall into place?
Yes,
like
lean on things. Lean on whatever you are, I would say, most accurate with. And for me, that was throwing mids and putters and putting. You know, maybe not throwing putters, but putting is what I was, you know, that's what saved me from so many events. Because I don't throw, or I never did throw, as far as like some of the names that we dropped earlier, a Double G, or, you know, any of those dudes. I didn't throw as far as them, but I threw far enough to put myself in position.
Right.
And if you're playing like a 600-foot hole, I mean, and you know you're not going to get there, just try to land in an area that you know you feel confident with that next shot. So if it's 300 feet that you feel accurate with, why wouldn't you just throw 2 300-foot shots as opposed to just ripping on a drive and potentially shanking it and being in the rough and having to scramble, as opposed to just being able to throw 2 accurate shots that you know you're confident in?
Man, that is such a good, like,
and it's hard to do.
Yeah, why are we all so bad at doing that?
It's so hard to do because mindset, when you're stepping up to the tee, what is obviously disc golf, what's the goal in disc golf?
Throw it in the basket,
to play as
dog.
the less amount of disc golf as you possibly can.
I'm trying to ace it.
You know, so obviously on these bigger holes, you're trying to get as far down that fairway as you possibly can.
Yeah, short approach.
I mean, sure, I get that, but I mean, you gotta play to your strengths.
Yeah.
And that's all there is to it. And that's what made me successful at a lot of events, was playing to my strengths, which was mid-ranges and putting.
It's a great bit of information, you know, like take that. That's that gem. Those are those gems that I'm talking about.
And it is a challenge. It is tough to do, but I ask you guys to do this at your next event or next league or next casual round. Go out and try that. Just try it and see what happens. What's it going to hurt? You know what I mean? That's the hardest part, is committing to that strategy. That is the most difficult thing to do, is commit to something like that. Is change. Nobody likes change.
Yeah.
So,
and do not get mad at yourself
Yeah.
for trying to change or not giving yourself the amount of time that you need to make that change.
Yep.
And I think we're all guilty of that too. Oh, I need to change this.
Exactly.
I don't want to put in the work, so I'll just do it
And
a few times I go
and
play.
go buy some Emacs, because that'll help.
Yes. They're so good. The lines that you have, there's a sidearm EMAC, there's a headwind, you know, hyzer flip.
Mm-hmm.
There's all these different types. So definitely go out and go support the homie here with these
please.
super sick discs.
Please. And news coming soon about something else. But speaking of EMAC truths, let's do one more giveaway. I love doing giveaways. You know I love doing giveaways, and
I think
sharing
everybody
the
else
love
loves them,
of the
yeah.
EMAC, because anytime I'm out like traveling, like I stashed a couple when I was in Texas. Like I have a bunch of EMACs that I had purchased over the years, and I just take them and hide them on the course, and yeah, this is for you. So I do want to do another giveaway. However, this giveaway, I want to make you do a little work. On one of our episodes, did we decide what we're going to ask?
We're gonna right now.
Okay. How about this? And this, I'm going to throw a softball at you guys.
Yeah.
Right? Just for this first one. But keep in mind, for the future episodes, you're going to want to pay attention and watch this whole thing, because somewhere in these episodes, we're going to have trivia questions moving forward for your giveaways. That's how it works. I know you can be lazy about it and wait a couple days, and for people to start answering, and you just answer the most the most popular answer.
Yeah, they better get lucky.
But I think do you have one? If you don't, I do.
Oh, let's hear yours.
Okay. I think what I'd like to do is, we talked about, actually I could just scroll back right here and look at some of our other things that we discussed. How about, all right, first ace.
Eric's first ace?
Let's not do first ace. Let's do most memorable ace.
Ooh.
I like that one. Okay,
Eric's.
what I want to know
Right.
on my most memorable ace is, do you have it? Do you have like a question for him?
Yeah.
What is it?
What was the course and how many holes? Can you do
Ooh.
2 questions?
Yeah.
What was the course
What course was it, and how many holes?
for Eric's most memorable ace?
I love it. And you're going to win this bad boy. I haven't even shown it off yet, but it's much like the one that we gave away to Joshua here, but it's just a double stamp. It's got a white stamp and a green stamp, and it's blue.
That's a triple stamp,
Purple.
dog.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, there's some black stamp
Somebody
in there.
triple stamped that double stamp. Wow. Black, greenish?
Black, green, and
Like a
white.
teal? It looks sick.
Yeah, it's sick.
It's almost like a Joker. It has like a Joker look to
It
it.
does, and it's more blue than this one. This one was more purple. Well, maybe not. Just depends on where you're looking at it. But either way, it's
Purple.
sick. And yeah, so you got it. You know what to do. Get in there in that comment section, and yeah, and do it. Just answer that question.
To answer the question, we're going to start doing these, and they're going to be crazy.
Yeah.
We might even have like an I Spy where we pause
Yes.
it. And you got to find
Easter
something
egg.
crazy Easter egg.
Like
which,
some kind of crazy
luck.
Easter egg. I don't know what that's all about, but one more thing I want to talk about real quick before we go on is our new logo
Oh my gosh.
that we got. So I got a message
Yes.
on Facebook the other day from a gentleman that reached out and said he really enjoys the show, enjoys watching and listening and whatever, all that good stuff. Caden Stuckey is his name, and he did this logo right here, the one that you saw on the thumbnail, and
Yeah.
I'll put it up on this page right now as well. It's pretty dope. Like I
It
saw
is
it and
so
I'm like,
sick.
wow. And then even like the hat on the hat, like when I first opened, I'm like, that's not my logo. It's strange. And then I noticed it's definitely the silhouette from when I won. It's 100%. That's what it is.
It's so unique. Like, that is the detail that he had, and the size of my eyebrows. That
well done.
Which is hard to capture these things in one full picture.
Capitillars.
But he did. They're not angry.
No,
they just look that way.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, no, he did everything, and yeah, that silhouette on the hat was like, I was like, what is that? And then I talked to Eric, and he was like, yep, it's definitely.
It's got to be what it is.
Yeah, which is so like that's a very, that's a special thing. Yep. I feel like for him to pay that type of attention. So Caden killed it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Caden. We really appreciate it. It will be our thumbnail moving forward. We've been doing some little bitmojis, and that's the struggle on YouTube. You got to have a good thumbnail on it, and I'm not very good at Photoshop, so it's we work with what we got kind of thing, and I'm stoked to have this one on there, and I can just edit it and put the episode name or episode number on there, and go from there. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's pretty cool.
It's awesome logo.
So, you got anything else for this episode? Episode 4 of the McTako podcast?
Oh my gosh. Is this the one where we're going to keep it to 30 minutes? Are we at 30 minutes?
We're at 30. We're at least at 30. Yeah.
Minimum 30?
Yeah.
I think
we're a little over 30, which is fine.
All of them have been like 40 or so.
That's probably about what this one is, which is fine. I'd like to keep them. 30's good. It just, whatever. If we have topics and we want to talk, we may talk for an hour one day.
This is true.
I mean, I could keep going. We could talk for another hour if we wanted.
Yeah, I was like, man, maybe we should do like a 7-hour holiday special because it's going to be into the new year.
Did you see that?
They raised quite a bit of money doing that.
Did you see what they did? 24 straight hours of gaming.
No. I didn't see. I spent probably 30 or 45 minutes on there, and I didn't see Eric, grab a Mountain Dew bottle that he had already emptied. So that was good.
Wait.
I don't know if that's a real thing or not, but I saw it on Monster House. It's a kid movie where these kids were like doing stakeouts or whatever.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, don't drink the water bottle.
That's true. Trucker bomb is what we call them.
Oh my gosh, that is horrible.
What a great way to end the show.
Truckers throw them out the window.
Yes, they do.
All
trucker bomb.
That is great.
Bomb. But no, they did 24 hours, and they were doing it for, was it to feed hungry kids? Yep. Is that right? And I got on there for a little bit. I even donated some money, and
nice.
I think they raised close to $5,000.
That's killing it.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I don't know if we'd ever do 24 hours worth of. I do value sleep a little bit.
Yeah,
because I have kids that are.
Yeah, for sure. I can't. I mean, it's like I have. It's New Year's Eve, and I'm going to struggle to stay up to midnight. I tell you that.
I know. I was talking to you about it. I was like, to midnight or. You're like, but yeah, 12:01. Get it out.
We could always turn the clocks back to like 10 o'clock and be like,
just celebrate
Happy
it.
New Year.
Yeah, celebrate early. I'm so down, dude. Like,
it's funny. I went to the adult beverage store or liquor store as they call them, and picked up a bottle of something to celebrate this evening. And I saw Beth there.
Hello,
Beth. What's up? I know you're watching. You're a big fan of the show. And that's what she said that they're going to do tonight. I think she was buying some champagne or something, and they were going to turn the clocks back and just celebrate at like 9 or 10 o'clock and then just crash.
Oh my gosh. Because they're not dropping a ball or anything.
Probably not.
It's nobody's in Times Square, spreader
right?
events. Oh, there's people there. Yeah. Vagabonds.
That's true. That's
Hoodlums.
True. That is very true. There's going to be
someone. They got to drop the ball.
They're not doing anything official.
They're not dropping the ball?
Are they? I don't know. I haven't heard.
I haven't even looked that up. Does anybody know? Oh, somebody will know.
Well, by the time they watch this, we will have known. But
we figured it out, guys. Thanks for your help.
And one good thing about dropping the ball is here in Kansas, it happens at 11.
Yes.
So we can go to bed a little earlier. You West Coasters, man, like 9 o'clock, you can go to bed.
Those guys are not going to bed.
They're not going to bed at 9 o'clock.
They're waiting for next year's. Basically, they're partying that hard.
You're not wrong. So yeah, I think we had a great episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in as always. Don't forget the trivia question of my most memorable ace. What course was it, and how many holes did I play at that event?
That was a softball. That's what we had mentioned before.
Yes,
Eric said softball. That's the softball.
That is a super softball. We're gonna have some really tough ones coming.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a knuckleball next, which most people don't even know what that is.
No.
So you guys are in trouble.
Like Wild Thing.
But yeah.
Ricky Vaughn. I watched that movie last night.
Oh my gosh.
I love that.
Just
movie.
ripping heads off of people.
One of my favorite movies of all time.
I like the second one as well.
Yeah.
'Cause they integrate the Asian guy, and
that's right.
Then him and Serrano
From
are just
Tokyo.
like the two coolest.
Yeah.
Like,
What'd he
funkiest
say?
dudes.
He played for the Pirates. Not those Pirates. Something, whatever team it was. Yeah. That's fantastic. I love it. So, well, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
First and foremost, or last and foremost, I guess.
See you later, 2020.
That's right. Let's hope 2021's a little bit better than 2020. Not that 2020, I mean, 2020 obviously sucked for, not being able to get out and do things with friends and family like you wanted. But
yeah, if you don't like immediate and drastic change, 2020 sucked.
Yeah. I mean, disc golf is big for 2020. Yes. So that's kind of promising at least. And let's just hope 2021 is we continue that incline, disc golf incline. So, yeah, we got a lot of cool things in the works right now. I've got like probably 3 or 4 videos to edit still. So a couple doubles. Couple doubles? That sounds weird. But a couple doubles. And then an all EMAC round that we did at the country club, which was insane. So
I was not prepared for that.
It was fun though.
Still, it's form check. Still going through form.
Yeah, it's fun though.
It was so much fun. I'm ready to do it again.
Yes, I am too. And maybe we'll try and get out tomorrow in the snow. And if we do go play tomorrow, and Derek Savory, our boy Derek over at the Lime Warrior, hit us up about it and doing onesie round tomorrow. And if we do, we'll film it.
We have to.
I did film one. Was that last year or was that 2 years ago? I don't remember now, but
2 years.
2 years probably. But we filmed it, and yeah, I'll put a link to it in the description here. But it was so much fun.
It's good. It's gonna be madness because it's gonna be really cold. So, but the onesie keeps you warm.
But the onesie keeps you warm, and honestly, when there's snow on the ground, and if it's 20 degrees and there's snow on the ground, it's warmer than if it's 20 degrees and there's not snow on the ground.
I'm gonna agree.
Like
it's insulated, insulated for sure.
And the sun hits it, and yeah, it's warm and all that fun stuff. But I'm rambling at this point, so thanks guys so much. Happy New Year. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Peace.